Hi everyone, it's Leanne, obviously. Just wanted to do a quick little new member talk with you guys today. Obviously we've had some lovely new members join us, so this is going to be really helpful for them, but also I thought it'd be really good to be able to just have a bit of a refresh if you're one of our lovely existing members, okay? But what I wanted to do is first of all welcome the lovely new members and say hi, welcome to Slimmer World in Ivybridge. My name's Leanne. I've been a consultant almost 10 years this year, and this has got to be probably the most challenging time of my time as a consultant, going from groups to what we call now is this virtual service, okay? But welcome aboard, it's lovely to have you with us, so let's get cracking. So what I wanted to show you is the pack, okay? So this is the pack. If you've required one of these to be sent to you from our head office, this will be arriving with you shortly. But what I wanted to show you is the actual plan itself, because that's what we want to know about. That's the bit we want to know, what we can have to eat to lose weight and things like that. So that's what we're going to get started with. So if you have received a pack, or if you are waiting for one of the packs, the books that we're going to be going through is this one here, okay? The one that says Love Food Optimizing, because that's the one that's got the whole plan in it. And for our lovely existing members, as you guys know, we're going to have a bit of a refresh of it, just so if you're feeling, do you know what, now's the time to get cracking again, then we can do so, okay? So when we open the book, we've got about our lovely free foods and things like that in there. So what we mean by foods being free is that those particular foods you don't have to weigh or measure. So you can have as much of them as you want to at any time of the day, and you don't have to weigh or measure them, okay? So these are the foods, that you're going to want to get as much of them as you can do into your meals every single day that are going to get the fantastic weight losses for you, okay? What we also have in here as well, when we're going through them, it tells you all about the lovely free foods and things like that, okay? It also says about different symbols that you'll see in the book. So when you're going through your book, if you see a symbol with an S next to it, that means it's a speed food, okay? So these are really important to keep an eye out for, because what they mean is that they're going to really, really help to boost your weight loss. So as and where you can, try and get an extra couple of spoonfuls of these on your bowls and your plates to really, really help boost that weight loss every single time. If you see anything with a P next to it, then that means that's full of protein. So these foods are going to give you that lovely full feeling and will leave you feeling fuller for longer. So actually the two together, the S foods and the P foods, are going to be brilliant, because it's just going to help to boost your weight loss and keep you feeling full at the same time. Anything with the F next to it means it's got lots of fibre, so if you need your fibre, you're going to be wanting to get these in. And anything with a C next to it means it's got lots of calcium, okay? So not only great for your teeth and bones, it's also going to be really, really good to help boost your weight loss at the same time. So, your free food, the stuff that you can eat and get your lovely weight losses with, okay? So step one is choosing your free food. So as always, these ones you don't weigh or measure, so you can have as much of these foods as you want to at any time of the day. Step two, you have to choose carefully healthy extras, okay? So these are foods we do ask you to weigh and measure, because obviously we want to protect that lovely weight loss you're going to see from eating all of the free foods, okay? So these are foods for health. So these are going to be amount of dairy and amount of fibre every single day we want you to incorporate into your plan. And then very finally, you have your sins. Now, sins again are going to be used for those additional things that you want to have on your days. So they're going to be used for things like a bit of chocolate, or some sauces within your cooking, or say, for example, you love sugar into your coffee. You can still do that, but obviously to protect your weight loss, we're going to have to ask you to keep those ones carefully weighed and measured. And these come under what we call as sins, and we'll talk about those a bit more in a second. So when you're going through your free foods, everything, I could turn the page, it'd be easier, wouldn't it? Everything that's in that little red tabard, if you've got your book, is the foods that you can eat freely, okay? So as we said, no weighing or measuring them. So the free foods consist of lean meat and poultry. So all lean meat and poultry is completely free, providing you remove any visible skin, fat or rind from it. So little things like if you have your chicken, when you cook your chicken up, make sure there's no visible skin on it at all. So get that, chuck it in the bin, because you can have that sadly. Any kind of bacon and things like that, again, you can eat it freely, providing you cut any visible fat or rind off it, okay? Things like minced meat, so if you want to do like a cottage pie or a spag bowl, etc., you can do that using your minced meat, but it does need to be the mince that says less than 5% fat, okay? doing all of those things keeps your meat completely free. Then you're popping across to a selection of seafood as well, so fresh or frozen or tinned in water or brine. So fresh or frozen fish or seafood completely free. Again, if it's got any coating on those, so things like breadcrumb, batter, those ones would need to be removed to keep your weight loss completely protected, okay? So if you do want things like your fish fingers and stuff like that, absolutely you can have it, but you would need to count fish fingers and things because it's got the coating on as sins, okay? So just refer to your sins at the back of your book. Tinned fish, so as long as it's tinned in water or brine, again, is completely free, okay? Then we're going across to selection of dairy-free, no, not dairy, sorry, fat-free dairy product, okay? So this is going to be like your natural fat-free yogurts, your natural cottage cheese and things like that. So if you've done Slim and World before, you may remember good old things like Miller Lights and stuff like that were always free. Sadly, now they are sinned, okay? So any flavoured fat-free products would carry a small sin value. So again, just double check either on the app or in the back of your book if you've got them to see what the sin values are. So the only I'm stumbling now. Gosh, it's exactly like being in a group. The only products you can call completely free in the dairy range is the natural fat-free stuff, okay? Then you've got eggs as well, so eggs can be enjoyed freely. Again, providing you don't add any oils or fats to it, it keeps it all completely free for you. And then rice, pasta and grains, okay? So if you do like your spag bowl, brilliant news because you can have your pasta with it. If you like your curries, again, fantastic because you can have your rices with it. But just little things to protect your weight loss. It does need to be the dried rices or pastas that you boil up from scratch. So any of the microwavable rices like the Uncle Ben's and stuff like that, again, will carry a small sin value. So just bear in mind you're going to have to double check those. But if you've got your stuff that you can pop in your pan and boil up yourself, it is completely free. And it can be white or wholemeal, but depending on whatever you prefer. All right. Then we're going across to the stuff that's really, really going to help to boost your weight loss. Okay, so these are what we call as your speed foods. So anything like your veggies and stuff like that, where we said earlier, get as much of them as you can into your bowls and your plates every single day to really, really help boost your weight loss. So fresh, frozen, steamed, pickled in vinegar, again, all completely free ways of having them, okay? Raw, if you like them raw, again, have them that way, that's absolutely fine. Just being aware though, guys, if you do add any oils or butters to it, you're going to have to count those as sins as well. Fruit as well, so if you like your fruit, absolutely fantastic because all your fresh and frozen fruit is still free, okay? As much of it as you want to in between your meals, have it as snacks and things like that again. Dried fruits, tinned fruit, any kind of fruit juice or smoothie to protect your weight loss, we'd have to ask you to count as sins, okay? But your fresh or frozen fruit, left as it is, completely free. Then we're popping across to things like beans, peas and lentils. Okay, so again, if you've got your book, this is on page 22, 23. Beans, peas and lentils are going to be things like your tin baked beans, mushy peas, your butter beans, all those kind of things that are all completely free on the plan. And then if you want meat replacements, things like corn, tofu, jackfruit as well is also free on the plan. You then have your store cupboard staples. So obviously these are going to be the things you'd add into your lovely free food to make it into your recipes. So you've got stuff like your OXO, you've got stock cubes and stock pots. So all of that would be free on the plan. And also you may have seen an oil called Frylight. Okay, now if I was really organised, I'd have had a bottle here to show you. But it's a spray oil that you can use freely on the plan, and as many sprays as you need for it is absolutely fine. So if you want to make your own chips and stuff like that, then please do, using your Frylight, and it keeps it completely free. Also any other kind of flavouring, so things like Worcester sauce, Tabasco sauce, Marmite is all free on the plan, and you can use it within your recipes, okay? Then you have your drinks. Now this is a really, really important one. So that what we're referring to as your drinks is your non-alcoholic drinks. So it's things like your waters, your teas, your coffees, things like fruit teas, green teas, no added sugar squashes, fizzy drinks, etc. The zero fizzy drinks, they are all free on the plan. If you do use any milk in things like tea and coffee, that will have to come as an allowance, which we'll show you in just a second. Okay, so just bear that in mind. But your drinks are just as important as your food, guys. Okay, so aim to have 6 to 8 cups or glasses of fluid every single day, because this is just going to help to boost that lovely weight loss for you. So then we have A bit of an example of your foods, okay? So if you've got your book, then you can see what it is. But if not, have a little look on the website, guys, because there's some great examples on there as well for you. So you've got little things like your good old Slim and World grill up there. You've got your curry with your veg, and then obviously you've got your salads and stuff down at the bottom. So all of these foods are completely free on the plan. The sausages that you'll see at the top there are Slim and World sausages that are available from Iceland. And they are all free, and they are still less calories, even though we don't count calories on Slim and World, they're still less calories than that one meal from the chip shop there, okay? So this is why we say your free food is absolutely fine to have, because it's the lower caloried food that's going to fill you up more, that's going to get you the weight loss every single week. So really, really embrace your free food, enjoy it. Don't worry about weighing or measuring it, because the hard work's been done for you by a fantastic nutritional team, and just really, really embrace the amounts of free foods that you can have every single day. So that's all the stuff that you don't have to weigh or measure, okay? We do have to go across to a few bits now though to protect that lovely weight loss. We'd need to ask you to weigh and measure every single day. So if you've got your book, you'll notice that this starts on page 32 and 33, and these are called as healthy extras, okay? If you haven't got your book, or you haven't got a pack, then again, on the website, this will all be noted for you, okay? So things like dairy products, so milk and cheese, for example. So these will need to be weighed and measured, okay? So as it says on here, you can make 2 choices from your A section every single day. Now your A choices come from amounts of milk and cheese. So if you've got your book, have a little look, because it will tell you how much you can have of them. If not, pop onto the app and then you can have a little look on there as well, and it will tell you how much you can have, okay? So twice from your A section every single day, and then once from your B section every single day as well. And your B choices are going to be things like bread, cereal, crackers, crisp breads, those kind of things, okay? Very finally then, you can also have sins. All right, now sins, as I said, are going to be used for those additional things that you want to incorporate into your day every day. So if you have something in particular you really, really like to use your sins on, then you'll find all of it at the back of the book. There's absolutely loads there. To find your own personal sin allowance, what I'll need you to do is, obviously once you've weighed yourself, pop across to page 95 in the book. If not, again, it will tell you all this on the app, guys, so please don't worry. And you'll notice that the sins are all broken down into genders and weights, okay? So it will tell you how many sins you can have per day for your current weight. And then obviously as your weight drops, if you need to have a little look in the book, because then obviously your sin values would start to drop as well. But sins are going to be used for those things that you really, really want to incorporate in alongside the plan. So if you've got a really sweet tooth and you think, I can't not have a bit of chocolate every day, you can still do so by having your sins, okay? Now, what I want to show you very quickly, and I apologise because I know I babble a lot, I want to show you how to get onto the website, okay, and how to be able to find what we've just spoken about. So bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, so as you'll notice, this is what the website looks like, okay? So because I started my journey again, you'll notice a few little things on there. My next order coming up is a stone, and I want to lose 3 pounds this week, okay? So that's what I've put in as a little bit of motivation for me. What I want to show you though is how to be able to get onto the website, is how to get onto the food diary, sorry, and also how to find things. So what you do is you go across to the browse section. Okay, you notice it drops down on the bottom here, okay? So you've got your own personal profile, which you can update. You've also got food optimizing essentials, food search planner, shop. This is where you'll find hi-fi bars and things like that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to show you a few little bits on here, okay? So if, say, for example, you are sat at home and you're thinking, right, I have Tesco's chili beans, okay? And you don't know if they're free on the plan or not. So you would just pop them into the, oh, tell you spelled chili right, wouldn't it? Chili beans, okay, just pop them into the search engine there for you, okay, hit enter, and then it will bring all of the different things it's got in its database up, okay, so straight away you'll notice it's brought things like Tesco's 3-bean chili soup, not that, we don't want that, Tesco red kidney chili beans in chili sauce, perfect, that's what we've got. Fantastic, you'll notice that's free on the plan, so absolutely awesome to be able to have, okay? That's if you want to look for things like sins and stuff, okay? If you then want to do a planner, all right, you would go to planner, okay, and this means this is your food diary in effect, okay. Now I've obviously already started filling mine in for today, so you can see on there already I've used half of my healthy extra, I've used half sin already today. I haven't logged any activity yet, but I can do all of that if I want to, all right. So say for example, now, you'll notice what I've had for dinner so far. So I've had lemon and mint coriander couscous, which was free. I've had tuna, pickled gherkins, quarter of a level tablespoon of pesto. Then I've had some pomegranate, raspberries and blueberries. Okay, now what you'll notice on them is straight away, the tuna is a pea food, so it's great for filling me up. The gherkins, obviously the speed. And then the fruit and stuff I've had there as well is free, okay, and a speed food. If I want to log dinner, for example, now, okay, now I'm just going to do this as an example for you. What it does is you click the button and then you go to add food, okay. Now, if I was going to have, say, for example, some rice, pop in rice, and then I've got there, look, rice 100 grams cooked. Now please don't worry about where it says 100 grams cooked, etc. Rice is rice, so we can have as much of the rice as long as it's the, remember, in the dried one you boil up from scratch, as much as we want to, and it's free. So I'm going to add, say, rice, for example, now. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to say yes, I want to add that as part of my dinner, and as it says, we call these free foods because you can eat them as much as you want. No weighing, no counting, no measuring. So I'm going to add that into my evening meal, okay. I'm then thinking, do you know what I want to add, because I'm going to make a chilli, I'm going to add some beef mince as well to it. So I'd go to beef mince, I'd pop that in, beef mince, 5, I swear you can have, there we go, 5%, okay, tap that. Okay, straight away it's brought up beef mince, lean, 5% fat or less. Again, I want to add that to my evening meal. Then I'm going to do some red kidney chili beans. Okay, so remember I'm making a chili. So I would do my chili beans, again, add food. Tesco chili beans. And because I've already searched it, it's brought it up there for me. So I can click on it nice and easy. Again, add that as my free food, okay, so add, and go, so on and so on and so on, okay. So this is obviously for you adding your meals in. If I want to think a bit later on, I want to have one of my B choices. Remember we were saying earlier that actually your B choices are the things that need to be carefully weighed and measured. I know in my book I've seen that I can have some hi-fi bars as my B choice, okay. So I would just click on hi-fi, and then it brings up cereal bars, hi-fi, 2 of them can be used as a B choice. And you'll notice it can be used as a B choice because it's got a little symbol of fibre next to it. If I wanted things like an Alpen Light bar, oh, I would put in Alpen Light, okay. And again, it's telling me there I can have 2 Alpen Light bars for a B choice because it's got the little fibre symbol next to it, okay. So if I want to add that, for example, as my B choice for a little bit later on in the day, I'd click on it, and it's saying there I can use it as Sins or an Alpen or my Healthy Extra, okay. Now because I've not used my Healthy Extra, I'm going to add it as my Healthy Extra, add. And you'll now notice on my bar there, it's filled up my healthy extras for the day, all right? So that's if you're filling in your food planner. Again, likewise, if you're filling in sins and you want to use certain foods as sins, it will add it to your sins list, okay? So that's the food planner that I wanted to show you. If you then have food optimizing essentials, so this is going to be to give you loads and loads of lovely hints and tips and things like that, okay? So it gives you the recap that we've just spoken about. It tells you about your free food, your healthy extras and your sins, etc. Also, what we've got on here are features. So say, for example, you want to find some breakfast ideas. Okay, you're really struggling with ideas for breakfast. Go to the features section, put breakfast in, hit enter. And then you'll notice it brings all of your different breakfast ideas up there for you, okay? So it's really, really good if you're really stuck and you don't know what to be having. have a little look on there, okay, because it's got it all in there for you. And then very finally, obviously I want to show you as well the shop. So this is going to be where you're going to be able to order things like your hi-fi bars and books and things like that. Now, as it says on there, at the moment, because of current delays and things like that, the dispatch time is a little bit longer than they'd hoped, all right? But if, for example, you are wanting to order some of the hi-fi bars, remembering 3 SIMs per 1 bar or 2 of them as your B choice, then this is where you can find it all, okay? So these are where your hi-fis are. And then if you go to the top and click on books and magazines, if you want to have any books and things like that, again, here's all the different books that are available at the moment, okay? And you can order them again directly from head office. Now, obviously, if you're ordering hi-fi bars, anything between 5 and 10 packs is free delivery. What I will just say is just double check with the books, because obviously you can imagine the books are going to be a lot weightier than the hi-fi bars. I'm not sure if there's delivery charge on those ones, but have a little look on there. It will tell you obviously before you check out and everything. Okay, so that's the website that I wanted to share with you, okay? I hope it's helped a little bit. So all I'm going to say is just have a fantastic, fantastic journey. I'm really, really honoured the fact that you've chosen us to be part of your journey. As always, and the existing members would back me up on this and say, if there is absolutely anything you need, please give me a shout. Obviously our weigh days are Mondays and Tuesdays, so we do ask you to send over your weights to us as early as you can do on a Monday and a Tuesday, and then obviously we'll get that all logged in for you. If you get any awards, which I know you will, okay, so virtual awards and things like that, so your half stone award, your stone award, etc., etc., when you get those, then I will send that virtually to you as well, and that's going to be a fantastic time to celebrate. So all I'm going to say is have a lovely, lovely week. If you need anything, please give me a shout. It's been really, really nice to catch up with you all. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.